Grab your cup. Have you ever set a goal for yourself where you figured out a plan of action that really made sense, was going to definitely move you forward in whatever your goal is? Could be weight loss or fitness. It could be a goal in your career, like I'm going to do this, this, and this, and then take this next step or change careers. Could be a goal in relationships, like I'm going to start to communicate differently or do these things differently. And you start out and you have these steps all planned out and you're really committed. And then at some point, all of a sudden you find yourself not doing the steps. You find yourself off the wagon on your diet. You find yourself not following through on the things for your career, your certifications or the next step or the interviews, whatever it is. That self-sabotage pattern, has that ever shown up for you? Because for me, it certainly has. And it's like, what is that? How come I can be so committed, really, really want something and be committed to it and start to set those wheels going? And then the next thing I know, the person who's derailing the wheels is me. The person who stopped doing the diet, the person who started the fight when they said I need and want better communication, and here I am starting another fight or something, or not talking to someone and going away into another room and not having the communication. So whatever it is, think of a goal in your life. The reason that we self-sabotage is because the identity that we already have, the identity that we hold about ourselves, will always call us back into being the way that we were, because that identity is where we feel comfortable. That identity is stronger than the plan of action. It's even stronger than the commitment. And sometimes our commitments are really, really strong and our motivations are big. But that identity will always call us back. You're not doing that. This over here is where you're comfortable. And when you can understand that, then you can actually go to work on your identity, if not first, then at least along with the goals that you're putting in place. You have to create a new identity that's a match for the thing you're trying to attain. Or you will sabotage yourself to go back to where the identity that you have feels comfortable. So in the work that I do with the clients that I work with, a lot of times people are looking to overcome patterns that keep showing up in their life, patterns in relationships or anything, health that they can't overcome. And what we do is really look at what is the identity and then where did it come from? Because that's the deeper work, especially the where did it come from part. You have to really understand that. So self-sabotage, it doesn't mean something wrong with you. It doesn't mean you don't have willpower. I read a thing once that said, willpower just comes in limited amounts. And if you've used it up in your lifetime, you just ran out of willpower kind of thing. You just don't want to keep forcing things with willpower. And sounded interesting, but it's not true. It's not about willpower. Willpower will never get you to the finish line if you don't do some sort of internal shifting about how you think about yourself, your own identity. So that's the work that we do. We have to go in and do that deeper. So any goals that you have had that have not yet been met, any place where you feel like you self-sabotage, and then here's the thing, when we do that, then we feel shame on top of it, right? You feel like ashamed, upset, you make yourself wrong. Here, I did it again. I keep messing it up. I keep self-sabotaging. And I want you to let go of that shame, because what's happening is just a normal way that we think, the way our brains are wired, and the way our ego is designed to protect us is to keep us safe and comfortable, which means keep us in the identity that we have. So there's nothing wrong with you. You're not broken. It's not like you didn't get enough willpower. You just haven't put your focus on a really, really probably the most critical piece. Because if you shift the identity, then even if the plan is wonky, you'll get there. Even if it's not the right diet for your body, but you've shifted your identity around your health and your body, you will get there. So self-sabotage is something that we all have to deal with in some way, shape, or form, and acknowledging that voice for what it is and understanding what's happening goes a long way. That's part of the work that I do with my clients. If you want to have a conversation about that, about getting freedom from any of the patterns that you have, about really fully healing from your past, there's a lot of different programs that I do with my clients. Be happy to chat with you about that and how that's showing up in your life, okay? But wherever you are in your goals, you got to take on your identity first, so make sure you're doing that. Have a good day.